concept I want to talk about today is actually combining the major and the minor to create two different sounds on top of each other. Okay, so what we're going to need, and what I'm assuming that you know already, is how to play pentatonic shape 1 and pentatonic shape 2. Okay, so we should be able to play those two shapes. Now we're going to put both of those shapes in the key of C. Now I say C, I'm not talking about C minor, I'm not talking about C major, I'm talking about C blues. And one of the best things about this is that we can actually use both major and minor pentatonic scales over the top of a blues track, or backing track, or whatever it is. So we're going to be using, firstly, C minor pentatonic, and we're just going to be using that shape 1 for that. So that's up here. On the 8th fret, if you were unsure, it should look like this. So that's your pentatonic shape 1. Now here's the thing, we're going to be using that as a minor sounding scale, as an aggressive sounding scale, okay? But for the sweeter sounds, for the major sounds, we're going to be using C major pentatonic. Now we're going to use shape 2, because shape 2, the box of shape 2, starting from this same C root note up on the 8th fret, will actually start, you know, in the same place as the minor shape 1. So shape 2 will look like this. So we can see that actually from this same C root note up on the E string on the 8th fret, we've got box 1 in minor, and we've got box 2 in major, okay? And actually what I did there was combine the two, so I'm going up in shape 1, get into my 11th fret on the E string, going down a semitone, to the 10th fret, and actually that puts me in the box 2 position, which is straight underneath. Okay, so we've actually got both those shapes to play with, and it's kind of at this point, you know, as simple as saying that major shape. If I've got a C dominant 7th chord, C 7th chord there, that major shape sounds that little bit sweeter than the minor shape, which has got that kind of much more aggressive kind of sound to it. And it's kind of just moving between those two sounds where these blues players get such amazing, you know, amounts out of what seems to be very little. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you two quick licks, one of them based much more in the major sound than the other, and one of them based in the minor sound, but both of them do reference both. Okay, there's certain ways going through these two scales in terms of fingering ideas and positions that just work. They just sound great, and a lot of this is going to be a bit of trial and error, getting used to what works, what doesn't. So the first thing I would say is just go through those two shapes, see what you think sounds good, and then secondly, learn these two licks, and then try and expand on those licks.